Okay, class, so I'm going to show you some basics for a web application that we're going to use for our digital newspaper. It's called Wisemapping. You should have already signed up for it, and it's a really great organizational tool to use for any sort of research you might be doing now or in the future. So when you log in, this is going to be your home screen. Any of the maps that you've created in the past or maybe that your peers have shared with you are going to show up in a list under name. You can see that I only have one right now. So we're going to create a new map, and we're going to go to the left-hand side, the top left, and I'm going to click on New. And I'm going to name my map Digital Newspaper, and it already appears because I've typed it before. And if I want to write a description to remember the map, I can do that. Maybe I have more than one digital newspaper map, or maybe I just want to remember some of the specifics in it. So I'm going to call this Research, Interviews, Formats, because those are the different things that I've researched for my newspaper. If I go to the right-hand side, I'm going to click Create because it's ready now, and it's going to bring me to a new screen. We're going to see our main topic, digital newspaper, right here, and I'm going to move it to the middle so we see it a little bit better. You'll notice the orange in the background, and that means that this is selected and I can do things with it. So up here you have a bunch of different icons that allow you to do different things with whatever you've selected. If I unselect it, they gray out, which means I can't do much with it. So let's reselect digital newspaper. The other thing I want to show you is if you hover over the icons, it shows you exactly what they do. So if you want to add a picture, you can add a picture to remember. If you want to change colors, you can do that. If you want to change font size to remember certain things, you can do that. A lot of times visual cues help us remember things. But right now I'm going to add a topic, and I'm going to notice that it's selected. So this right here is selected and digital newspaper is no longer selected. So I want to double click because it's not going to be main topic for me. It's actually going to be politics because a lot of what I've been researching is about politics. I also want to change the font size so it's a little bit bigger. So I know it's unselected if I click outside and it's not orange. And what I want to do is I found a reliable source that I like, and it's CNN.com. So I want to remember where I found the most reliable information. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to add a link. And I'm going to find CNN.com. You can also go to the right of where you copied your link, and you can open up your research there where it says Open URL. But I'm going to accept it right now. And what ends up happening is you have a link next to politics. And if I hover over it, it's going to show me the most recent information on that page, which is really important right now. So if CNN changes every day, which it does, and I have a specific article that I want to remember, then I want to make sure that I either bookmark that page and tag the correct page so that I can go back to it, or I might lose that information. So let's add a new topic. So I'm going to select digital newspaper again, and I'm going to add a topic, and this time I'm going to do issue. Issue for me is going to be a website that I might use for my format that I like for my newspaper. So I want to remember that. So I'm going to go up and I want to add a note. And I'm going to say format I might use for my newspaper. And I'm going to accept it. And then you see a note appears right there. And if you select issue and you hover over it, it's going to show you the note in the lower left side. I can also add a link if I want. I can change the color. So maybe I have my topics are going to be in red and different things are going to be in different colors. Okay. The other thing to remember in the right-hand side is that if I go to my Wisemaps, that's going to bring me back to my home screen, and it's going to show me my digital newspaper or my map for my digital newspaper. And you just need to click on it again to get back into it. And then one more thing that's really important is you can share this map with anybody that is logged into Wisemapping. So I can share it with my peers, and since this is a peer project, that's really important. You just enter their name and you click Add. And that should do it. We'll go over more specifics later, and hopefully this is helpful to start.